What's up, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of putting the flames on this blue flaked chopper. Flames are going to be a sublime green with some green metal flake, I believe. So follow along. We're going to do that whole process, get it all flaked. We're going to stripe the flames with some orange and then do our clear coat. Okay, so 600 grit wet or dry. These parts have been clear coated. Have this block that I've had for like 20 years. Wrap it in your 600 like this. And I'll show you what we're after. You can see the orange peel in this from the flake. So what you want to do, cross hatch your sanding. And if you're new to this, check your progress a lot. You basically want it to not be shiny and be smooth. So if you look at that, you see how that's smooth? It's not shiny. That's what we want. We want every single part, whole thing to be like that. Perfectly smooth, not bumpy, no shiny spots. That's what we need. After you block this, you can get a Scotch-Brite and do your edges. Always got to be careful of those. So I'll be back with you as soon as that's done. We've got our parts all sanded with 600 grit. I always like to tack them off. And I always, like, this is obviously in the center. So I like to start with a nice center line. So, I'm wondering if that is in the center because that looks weird to me, but it must be. There's a little leeway with it, but so that looks pretty good. Get rid of that all in there. And then generally when I do these, you have to kind of ask yourself, do you want it symmetrical? Do you want one main lick in the center, or do you want two? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right about there. See, so I want that a little longer. So we're going to start up here. I like the long tails on stuff. I think that looks good. Just like that. I always try to make these be close or touch because you have to think that's a 1/4 inch between those. We're not going to do any crossovers on this one. So sometimes when I'm doing a fender like this, I will do do the other side before I get too crazy here. So that's the start. So then we'll just replicate the rest of this onto there. Make sure they're the same. Yep. I'll just remove this. And we can start backmasking everything. So a lot of what I do is flame jobs. I do a ton of them, whether it's this style flames, realistic flames, tribal flames, you know, whatever the case may be. I do a ton of them. So there may be quite a few flame jobs on here. And I think what I'm gonna do is just post everything that I paint. If I have time to film it and I can figure out how to film it and everything, I'm just gonna post everything and put it all up there. And you know, I'm getting a lot of messages from people saying it's helping them and all that stuff. So if there's, you know, one flame job one week and another one the next week, then that's just what the workload is at the time. And, you know, that's fine. It's fine with me. But there are a lot of different colors and different ways of doing it. Like this one doesn't have crossovers. It's just more of a nice, classy, clean deal. Normally I would use US Cutters R tape to back mask these. Sometimes it doesn't work the best because it's just a medium tack, and so sometimes it doesn't work the best on rounded surfaces, but I'm out of that. And I have to have a open heart surgery here pretty soon, so I'm not trying to stock up a bunch of stuff right now. I have this bike and one other one to finish. And then I'll have to take off 6 to 8 weeks to recover. I can't drive a car, can't lift over 5 pounds, so once that's done, then I will be back to the bike stuff and the car stuff. But I think lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I think once I get back home from having that done, like I said, it's 6 to 8 weeks recovery, but I'm gonna try to do some panels and stuff like a couple weeks after I get home if I'm feeling okay. Because I can't lift over 5 pounds, but those panels are light, so might have to go down that road for a little bit. Then I can still film stuff, and maybe people will make comments on what they want to see, and then I can just do that specifically and paint the panels and then sell the panels, hopefully. So one thing that's nice about when you hand pinstripe flames is that if your edges are a little, you know, if you have an edge that's not 100% perfect, you usually can just pinstripe right over it and take care of it. When I'm using this razor blade, I'm pushing hard enough to cut through the tape, the yellow tape, but not the green tape. And even if you did, again, because they're pinstriped, it wouldn't be the end of the world. And not only that, but you know, this has 4 coats of clear on it also, so it's pretty well protected. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And then sometimes I debate, you know, do I film this whole process of me filling these in? And maybe some people like it. Maybe it's boring, but I figure if it's boring and you don't want to see it, fast forward. But I just know if somebody were to, if I sent something to somebody, let's say it's upholstery or something, if they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna film the whole thing, I'd be like, awesome. I would watch every bit of it just to see, because I don't do upholstery and super interesting to me. So I would love if somebody would do that. And the bikes I've done for people that I've filmed, they seem to really, really enjoy it. So, and obviously I'm not like, you know, charging them more money to film or anything like that, because my goal is to put it on YouTube and grow my YouTube and make money off the YouTube. And so, which I'm probably gonna make a video on everything I've learned with the whole YouTube stuff, because man, I've learned a ton. Because when I get into something, I get obsessed about it, and then I spend every waking moment, if I'm not working or playing Call of Duty at nights, I'm researching. And that's what's cool about AI is I use Google's Gemini. If you ask it to analyze your channel, it will tell you what you're doing good, what you're doing not good. It'll give you projected stats. Anything that you can phrase into a question, it will tell you. I mean, it's insanely helpful. But I will say the biggest things are thumbnail and title. If you can't get people to open the door, they're not going to walk through and discover everything that you're doing. The other thing is my wife bought a new iMac. Well, it's been months now. She had to take some test for her job and needed a laptop, so she bought one, and she got the editing software because I had talked about maybe doing this. So that's Final Cut Pro, and I haven't used it yet, but these next couple of videos I'm going to use it, so I'm pretty excited about that because the editing capabilities are way more than just iMovie on my iPhone, which works, but you're very limited to what you can do on there. So these flames are going to be sublime green. I gotta say, it's kind of weird just talking to nobody, but hopefully if people are actually watching this, maybe it's more entertaining. I don't know. I'm just winging it, man. Looks pretty good. You know, the other thing I want to say is if you're going to do a flame job and you're struggling laying out the flames, it just takes practice. I've done this a long, long time, 20 years. First time I did this, it took me forever, so it's just like anything. Practice makes perfect. I don't like using that word perfect, but it's nothing's perfect. It's like I get towards the end and then I just start laying tape out wherever. I'm so close to the end. I don't know why I do that, but I mean, it doesn't matter. You spray it in 10 minutes and all the tape comes off anyway, but certain colors I won't clear. Like if this wasn't flaked and it was just a metallic blue, I probably wouldn't have cleared everything with 4 coats. But since it was flaked, you know, you really don't want to screw that up. If you didn't clear this and you were spraying your green and you got green on your blue flake, you're in trouble. Because to try to spot that in, it can be done. You can spot anything in, but man, it can get tough. So that's why I clear coat in this case. Cheap insurance. Makes a lot of sense to do it that way. My phone's being held by just a cheap tripod. I got it off of Amazon a while back. Works fine. Nothing too fancy. Just about done with the first piece. And even this stage, I don't mind doing this. It's not, I mean, you know, I always think back when I worked at an actual job 20 years ago, like when I worked at a body shop, you know, you had to be there 8 hours a day. You got to show up on this time. You got to leave on this time. You got to do this. You got to answer all these people. And now, like, I work a lot, but I mean, I can watch a movie. I can listen to music. If I need to go somewhere, I can go somewhere. So it's like even my worst day doing this is still better than my best day at an actual job. There we go. Looks good. Clean. I like it. All right, starting on the fender. Again, tack it off. A lot of times on a fender this small, I'm not gonna split it down the middle. I think it's just not wide enough for that. You can do it. I don't know, I could do it, I guess. Just think here, if I put it down the middle, do a line here. Yeah, we'll try it. All right, why not? We'll see what. Here. Oh yeah, actually I think this will be all right. Filming with meta glasses right now, so I know the only thing they don't do is film horizontal, so it's when you upload the footage to do a long form video, I know you have to crop it. So I'm curious to see what that will look like when I crop it. I think it'll be just fine. Yeah, that looks good. We'll just do it on the other side now. Same deal, pop that off now that we know where we're going. in there. We'll go a little higher up. Just like if we bring that back a little like this. Before we get too crazy, we should probably mimic the other side. Oh, whoops. Well, I'm having trouble with this right now. I think because that goes out so much. Good. Now we're gonna do this other side here. gonna have to actually pull that back a little more because I don't want them to start going like this. I want to keep them horizontal with the tank a little more, if that makes sense. Yep. All right. The chopper all flamed, masked up, ready for the flame color. I like it, looks good. Here's the color of the flames here. Sublime green from Old Daddy Roth, Colorcraft. And they'll be flaked with this stuff. Sublime green. And always mix it the way they want you to mix it. 2 to 1. To the 2. Oh, I did a horrible job of that. Look at that. Oopsies. This is actually the Kiwami. Right, got her all flamed up, pinstriped. Looks good. Oh, that's just a great layout on that tank to me. I love it. So now we'll just put it in the booth and give her some clear. And just the side covers, the last pieces. All right, so after this, by the way, this has 4 coats on it. After this dries, then color sand it and polish it. Looks cool from far away too, actually. Got another one done. Thanks again for watching. I reply to every single comment that I get, so I really appreciate the likes, comments, shares, subscribers, much appreciated. And remember, if somebody tells you you can't do something, prove them wrong. Thanks for watching.